You know, even though I really haven't felt very good this morning, I'm actually still in a really damn good headspace, which is awesome. And I remember very long chapters of my life where my internal state was almost entirely correlated to if I was feeling sick or not. And I was sick a lot of the time. And so a lot of the time I was just really depressed. And while we can't really separate out our mind and our bodies completely, like they are one and the same in many respects, but we do still have some agency in framing our emotions and framing our subjective state. And so, for example, I no longer look at pain as something that is a bad thing, but rather a signal, much like a check engine light that comes on. If like, okay, well, I'd rather not be getting that signal. Like I'd rather not have the underlying cause of that being a problem, but I would rather know than not know, right? So just little things like that. Of it doesn't make it any more comfortable, but it does help me to get rid of that like negative association. And another interesting thing I realize is just how much time I've spent in my mind, like navigating imaginary interpersonal conflicts that will probably never happen. And this is because I'm naturally pretty conflict averse, not in the sense that I like won't disagree with people or I won't stand up for myself because especially if it's something that's important, then I will, but definitely not my favorite thing. Right. And I think that's true for most of us out there. But I just have recently been realizing as I've become more present and I'm able to kind of pause whatever the thought loop is that's going on in the moment and reflect on it. I'm like, damn, I spend so much time just worrying about things that would probably never actually happen. Or even if they did happen, it wouldn't really be that bad if we actually play it out. And especially when I zoom out and see the big picture, it's not relevant. And so that's one of those interesting things. Like, I believe there's this Mark Twain quote that I'm paraphrasing, but it's like I've suffered a great many things in this life, only a few of which have actually happened in reality, right? And so I trying to take the lesson from that and apply it into my day-to-day consciousness as best I can. So one step at a time. My challenge to you for today is think about where you spend more time worrying, more time creating these negative emotions where they don't need to exist, and just recognize it. Find at least one time during the day that you're doing that and interrupt that cycle. All right, I love you tons. I'll see you tomorrow.